goodness of being a student athlete. A lot of us get so caught up in being an athlete that we forget about what it means to be a student. I got a lot of personal stories for myself because I made a lot of mistakes coming up as a student athlete. I'm from down in Darlington, South Carolina. Not a lot going on down there. It's a little small little town. But I was always digging everybody. Everybody always wished me to be on the football field. So coming through high school, I fought type 2 diabetes, hypertension, all kinds of things. That's why when y'all were down there in my group, I told a lot of y'all boys about Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. My doctors didn't want me to play football. They said it was too big of a risk. I had type 2 diabetes. That's a disease you can't get rid of. I had hypertension. That was a disease you can't get rid of. It's hereditary in my family, so it was kind of sooner or later I knew I was going to get it. But I took the pride, I wanted to be a football player. So throughout high school, I did what I had to do. I got myself in shape. I worked hard. Now I don't take no medicine for diabetes. I take no medicine for hypertension. I was able to go to school on scholarships. But what I did mess up at, when I was in high school, I wasn't humble. That's the key to being a good guy. You got to be humble. Me, I wasn't humble. When I was coming up, it was all about the girls, the cars. I could care less about what was going on in the classroom. And they proved to come back and bite me in my butt. The first scout I ever talked to was from Auburn. I'm pretty sure everybody done heard of Auburn. Cam Newton, that's where he's from. That was the first scout I ever talked to in the 10th grade. From then on out, every week it was somebody else coming. Clemson, Carolina, Virginia Tech. Everybody was coming to see me. All that stuff did, the more they came, the bigger my head got. The less humble I was. And it proved to hurt me real bad. My senior year, my coach told me, he was like, just keep one D2 school on your list for the world level. We're not going to need it. Everybody was asking Clemson, Carolina. That was back when Dabo Swinney was a recruiter. Came down to Dalton a couple times to check me out. We talked. He was gone. Whole city behind me. Everybody, we're going to be Carolina, Clemson. And one day, all of my negligence of my grades, everything came to pass. It hurt me bad. Got a call from Dabo. Can't get you in, man. Grades ain't where they need to be. Got a call from Reed. He was a recruiter down in South Carolina at the time. Can't get you in. Blackstock from Virginia Tech. Can't get you in. You got to have a 2.5 to qualify for a Division I scholarship. I was at basically barely a 2.0. So that day, all that big-headedness, I wasn't a humble guy, crushed me down just like that. Felt like I hit rock bottom. Felt like all my dreams and everything was over with. But me and my coach, we fought hard to get to other schools. So that's when Newberry College came into play. That's where I ended up going. I Newberry, nothing wrong with Newberry. I love Newberry. Like I said, I met a lot of great friends there. But it wasn't where I wanted to be. I was excelling on the field. I was next up to start after my freshman year. But again, it wasn't where I wanted to be, so I wasn't happy. So I left after my first year. I tell y'all this because it's okay. You're going to make decisions you want to change at times, but just have a plan with it. I left there, didn't have a backup plan whatsoever. So I went home back to Darlington, sitting there. Ended up working at a Kentucky Fried Chicken for a long time, about 2 years almost. Every time people would come through, man, why you got kicked out of Newberry? Why you got kicked out of Newberry? I didn't get kicked out of Newberry, but people always gonna assume the worst. And I couldn't blame them because I was back home doing nothing with myself. You go from being on the front page of the paper, beating the odds, to you frying chicken at KFC. So people gonna automatically wonder what happened, what went wrong. And so during that time, I ended up sitting out of school about 3 years. And during that time, that's when I really gave my life to Christ. I started going to church a lot, started to get my mind right. And even still, when I started to do better, the devil saw that, so he started to come down on me harder. He started to come on me worse. Every week it was something else. Every day it was something else. I would sit at work sometimes and just cry because this wasn't supposed to be me. I was the athlete. By the time I was 21, I was supposed to be a millionaire. So everybody thought. Even so I thought. I didn't have a backup plan what I'm going to do after football. But even still, when the devil was coming down on me, I didn't know how to handle it. Because I was new to giving my life to Christ, and nobody told me, when you give it, that's when you're going to come harder because you're trying to do better. And so like I tell everybody, on July 4th, 2009, everything came to a head. I was so down and out. I was so depressed. I had everything to live for, but I didn't realize it. So what did I do? I went back to the only place I knew success, which was on my old high school football field. I sat there all day. It was probably hotter than this outside, but I sat there and I cried all day long because I didn't know what else to do. I felt like I was a failure. So what did I do? My mother had brought me a brand new truck. I got in my truck. Surrounding that football field was a brick wall. What I do? Crashed straight into it. Gave up on life. I didn't want to be here no more because I felt like I was a failure. I didn't know how to handle adversity. And it was almost instantly, as soon as I hit that wall and all them bricks came flying in, every window in the truck was busted out. The sunroof smashed in, but I was still sitting. I didn't have a scratch on my body. So I got out of the truck, shook myself off. What next? I'm supposed to be here. I ain't playing this for. So I'm there, I ain't know what to do. My parents got there, my mother, she was hysterical. She crying, she thought her baby done kill herself, and I'm the only child. But at that point was when I really realized I got a reason for being here. And so I still was trying to find that reason, but I kept going to church, and I kept talking to people. I kept in touch with my pastor, people that went to church with me. Sooner or later, about 4 or 5 months later, before I knew it, I had 5 Division II scholarship offers on the table. Johnson C. Smith, Clark Atlanta, had a partial from Morehouse, Virginia State, and South Carolina State. Had 5 offers on the table. All because I didn't give up. After it happened, I kept fighting back. I started fighting back. Every day I was still going through something because he was still trying to get me, because he started panicking because he saw I didn't give up this time. And before I knew it, like I said, I was going back on visits again like I was in high school again. But this time I knew how to handle it. I knew I was going on a mission. I already had my motivation to keep going. And it wasn't even football this time. It was to be a better man, finish college, so I could come back out and do what I'm doing today, talking to y'all, so y'all make the same mistakes I made. Even still, times still get rough. But I know how to handle them now. I know how to fight. Like I said, I live by Phil 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Every day, like I said, it still feel like I'm going through something. Still going through something, but I know how to handle it. So now when things come my way, I don't let it faze me. Because I already know I'm on the way up. So the devil gonna keep coming. Because he's panicking right now. I got the upper hand. Because I'm on the right track and I'm not gonna let him break me. And so basically, like I said, I came out here just to talk to y'all, to let y'all know you're gonna go through adversity. You're gonna be faced with tough times, but it's all in how you handle it. It's all in how you handle it. I was a decent athlete, but I was lazy at times. When I got to reading the Bible, I came across James 2:20. Faith without works is dead. I wanted to be in the NFL so bad. I wanted to be in the league so bad. I was saying it, but I wasn't putting forth the effort. That's like anything, even in football. It ain't got to do with football. Life, whatever you want to be. You want to be a doctor, lawyer, judge, teacher. It's cool thinking about that stuff, but you got to put forth the effort. You got to be able to go to college, get those degrees, get those certificates, get those grades up. I'm going to tell you right now, college coaches, some of y'all going to actually be good athletes. Some of y'all going to make it to have opportunity to go play college ball. But the college coach is going to look for the better student than the athlete, as opposed to the best athlete and the sorry student. There's only so much they can do. So that's why it's important for y'all to keep them grades up, keep them strong. You ain't got to be the class clown. You ain't got to be the goofy one. Just go to class and do what you got to do. Like I say, when you get to college, it's going to be just the opposite. People that answer the questions in class, the people that being smart, not afraid of what somebody else going to say about them, those are the ones that everybody going to flock to. Those are the ones all the girls going to flock to. It ain't about you good athlete. Ladies looking for somebody that's going to be something. That's going to, got a future ahead of them. So I know a lot of y'all like girls, but think about that.